Hello, my name is Freddie Curtis, and this is my speech on athletes being paid too much. Have you ever sat and questioned how much money you are currently making and compared it to how much other people are making? For example, have you ever thought about a professional athlete's salary? Most people would believe that athletes should be paid as much as they do, while most would argue that there are athletes making millions of dollars just by playing a sport and not doing anything else to add to their wealth. That is what most people have a problem with when it comes to athletes and their money. Back when he used to play, every time professional basketball player Kobe Bryant scored, it earned him an equivalent amount of money to an average classroom teacher's yearly salary, according to Bagat from Bleacher Report. So why do athletes get paid this much? What do they do to earn that money? How do teams have this much money to be throwing around to players to make them want to play for their team? In the next couple of minutes, I'll be explaining the high cost of an athlete. To start with, according to a writer named Ashley, professional sports recruiters watch and analyze college athletes as they play throughout the college season and determine how skilled of a player that athlete is or not. Depending on how well this player is playing and how they play, these recruiters decide on a recruit's chances of getting into the league of their choice. They make sure these athletes have good character, strengths, leadership skills, and academic achievements. Academic achievements and if they are coachable or not for that team that might want to take them in the future. They then look at these stars as possible revenue generators for their team. Once that player is drafted, and depending on where they are taken in the draft, determines their starting rookie salary. As quoted by Gene Callahan, the enormous salaries earned by sports stars are chiefly the result of the willingness of their fans to pay to see them play. If the players perform well, they have a chance to make more money by the time their contract is up for their team and get a chance to go to a different team. But if a player isn't performing well to that organization's standards, the organization can trade that player to free up salary room to get a different player, or they can waive the player and take a hit financially for how much that player was worth. Once a player's contract is up, they also have a choice of staying with that team they were previously on, or go to a different team to make more money, or if they are lucky, win a championship. According to the staff at Urban Daily, over the years in sporting franchises, there have been some disagreement with the players and franchises or owners. Looking at this from at an NBA perspective, owners have money already and are earning money from tickets and other types of merchandise they are selling. So these owners split up the money that they make 47% to the owner and the organization and 53% to the players that are playing for them. It used to be 57% for the players, but owners decided to change it, which resulted in a lockout. According to Derek Thompson, players want huge salaries and so that the contracts are guaranteed to pay out even if they underperform. While the owners, on the other hand, rather have smaller contracts for players, so if the players do underperform, they can release him from the team without taking a hit financially. The owner's goal is to create a system that allows teams to offer competitive salaries without smaller market teams to lose money and larger market teams not get the chance to have multiple superstars on one team. All the players really want at the end of the day is more money and guaranteed contracts. So if the owners can cut player salaries and get rid of sign and trade deals, there could be some solution to the issue. If you're wondering how teams even acquire the money for players, teams will earn it depending on how much money a consumer spends on the tickets that the fans pay to go see their favorite team play. The prices fluctuate depending on the teams. If the team is playing really well and is winning a lot of games, ticket prices will be a lot higher than normal. While if a team isn't playing well and losing games, the prices will go down. Tickets aren't the main sources of income for teams. They also sell merchandise such as hats, shirts, jerseys, mugs, keychains, and anything else that anyone could ever want with the branding of their favorite team. The fans want to support their team as much as possible and will spend money on merchandise to flaunt and show respect towards the team. These items are purchased by fans as well as any other items such as food and just something to drink. Concession stands are a surefire way to make money due to the length of most games. Fans will most likely become hungry and want to have a beer to enjoy the game they are at. In conclusion, this is a topic many people have an issue with. Although I'm sure that the sacrifices these players are making are paying off in their lives right now, I don't think someone should be making over $100 million just to play in a sporting league. A lot of people would argue that athletes deserve the pay and they get due to their high risk of getting injured because of the high level of play that they are at. Lowering ticket prices and merchandise prices can reduce the amount of money teams will earn, which will then lead to pay cuts for the players. This issue is on a short list of issues to be dealt with and has already been attempted with no avail. I think it will be a controversy for more years to come. And so finally, to close out this speech, I have one more question for the audience. Do you think the athletes should be paid as much as they do for the sacrifices they make for playing at a high level? Or do you think that the prices of things should be cut down so that it can lead to salary cuts? Thank you for listening to my speech. My name is Freddie Curtis.